Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Feel Good workout. Today is going to be an upper body focus session for anyone that may have any knee pain, but I will show you both. So just do what you can. This workout is great for all ages, for perimenopausal menopausal women that may just want a low impact workout that you can do seated at your desk if you're working from home, or if you're stuck on the sofa sitting for too long. The research is showing, I think the average is 9.5 hours of sitting for people that are working from home. So I would love you to break up your day, join us for a few minutes even as an exercise snack. I guarantee this is going to boost your mood. I have got amazing participants on Zoom. So good morning, everyone. I will come and say a little hello to everyone at the end of my Zoom session. I'm just getting my little pink lights on. We've got the pink theme on. Do what you can. Enjoy this workout. It's an investment in your physical and mental health. And if you're on my YouTube channel, you should be able to see my amazing mum, Kumud Ben Shah, who is 76. She's going to be 77 next week. So happy birthday to my mom in advance. My dad's birthday is on Sunday. My husband's birthday is tomorrow. And you may have seen my dog's birthday was yesterday, Bailey. So there's a lot going on. And then our middle son, Sarge's birthday at the beginning of July. So very, very fun time in my home at the moment. Lots of celebration. But Mum, thank you for joining. Hopefully everyone will get inspired watching you on my YouTube channel where all the workouts are saved. We're going to take a seat. So as I said, this is great for anyone that may have had knee surgery. My exercises are physio approved, but you've got to listen to your body. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional. If you've had any knee pain, joint pain, we're going to go a little bit easier on the lower body, but we have lots of full body workouts on my YouTube channel. We're going to just tune in. We always start with what I call a breath snack, just a mindful minute. So wherever you are, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, just close your eyes. Tune into your breath, relax your whole body. Sometimes I like putting my hand on my heart, on my chest, just to feel that fight or flight mode that we're generally in, where our sympathetic nervous system, we're rushing around, we're leading busy lives. It can often feel really fast, high heart rate, sometimes a little bit of anxiety, which is very common in midlife for women as well. So this is a chance to that, to tune into your breath, to reset the nervous system, kick in the parasympathetic nervous system. So breathe in deeply, exhale even longer than your inhale. We have different breath snacks at the start of all my workouts. You can look on YouTube, try a different one. Today, we're going to just start by tuning into our breath. And then we're going to use a breath that I actually heard on a podcast recently from a neuroscientist, which really helps to alleviate any feelings of stress or anxiety, something he recommended, where we can try and take 2 fast in with your nose and then hold for a few seconds and then a big exhale through your nose or your mouth. So we're going to try 2 fast breaths, a little hold, and then an exhale. I've breathed out through my mouth as I was exhaling to let go of everything. So we're going to try that in your own time. 2 fast breaths in, a little hold, and then a big release. Maybe try it a couple of times in this mindful minute. Little hold once you've had your 2 fast breaths and a big release. One more with me in your own time. Breathe in fast, double breath. Inhale, hold, and release. Keep your eyes shut, release to maybe a nice deep breathing Breathing in, long exhales. How do you feel? I mean, that was only 4 or 5 rounds. Does it feel different? It's quite nice to have that release, I feel. So just tune into how you feel, and then when you're ready, place your hands over your eyes. Maybe open your eyes to let a little bit of light in, and then slowly release the hands away. Amazing. So tune in. We're going to use that same sort of exhale with a bit of movement. My mom is going to do everything seated on YouTube so you can see if you're less able to stand. I'm going to stand, do whatever works for you. If you're behind Zoom, you can do some of this seated. Breathing in, we're going to start with my feel good hug. Exhale, we're going to round the back with our mobility snack, really working our back, creating that C shape, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone under. Another big hug from me to all of you that are joining in on replay or live. Inhale, big exhale. I can see my mom, I can see Taruna Auntie, Ambucham Auntie, Lal Auntie Aisha, Kunima Balsara. We've got DJ, we've got Andrew, we've got loads and loads of you on Zoom. Inhale, exhale, round. One final big feel good hug. It's almost like a seated or standing cat-cow. We're going to keep our scapula set. So my mom's just done it on Zoom. She's just literally lifted her shoulders up, back and down. I hope you're all using my little desk analogy, the desk snap. So this is the perfect posture. Hopefully you feel taller, prouder. It will also encourage you to keep your belly button in towards your spine. So we're engaging those core muscles. Our back is nice and straight. Can I see some lovely smiles on Zoom? And we're going to start with a few neck circles. So seated or standing, we're going to really work our upper body, loosening this up. You may have seen on my YouTube channel, so 3 or 4, one way, I did a lovely mobility snack on the sofa with lots of my aunties, mother-in-law, sisters, to help inspire you. Up to the age of 80, they did it, and they all felt looser. So change directions when you can, and we're keeping our brains nice and fit by doing coordinated movements. Just try and do whatever your body allows. Relax the shoulders. That feels so good. If you're tight in the neck, we're going to then add our hands to our shoulders here. And we're going to open into lovely big circles with our elbows, seated or standing. When we're seated for long periods, I see so many people telling me they've got back pain, neck pain, the rounding of your back. These simple movements, you can join in just for a minute or 2, are going to really help keep our joints nice and mobile. Let's change direction. So there we go. Get those brains fired up. Just tell your brain to send those messages to the muscle that we're working with. And it should help loosen up that synovial fluid that's around the joint. So we're encouraging full range of movement in the joints. How does that feel? Try and tie 1 or 2 to your breath here. Good. My mom's doing some thumbs up because it's opening out your heart chakra. So hopefully you should all feel a little bit of love sensation, a bit of warmth. We're going to start with single arm circles, seated or standing. We're going to go backwards. So maybe shuffle up in your chairs if you're seated. See how both sides feel. Can you swipe your hand close to your ear or not? One of my amazing participants, Andrew, is on, and I've specifically done this workout. And obviously my dear mother-in-law is also struggling with her knee. So anyone with lower body pains today, this is a little bit more focused. And I have my incredible Taruna auntie who's doing everything single arm because she's got a shoulder fracture from a little fall that she had. You may have seen, I shared that on my social media. Let's go forward. I was so touched to see that Taruna auntie is still joining my workouts. single arm. And so Tarun Auntie, if you need to do more lower body exercises, you're a regular, you can add those in if it's too much for you to do one side, swimming forwards, nice big circle, and relax. Seated or standing, we're just going to do a little bit with our wrists. So I am going to bring a little bit of legs in, but if you want to just do upper body today, you can keep your foot down, or you can bring it into a little leg extension with the foot up. And we're just going to circle out our ankles and our wrists. This is all the mobility snack. First part of the workout, you can just replay this every day just to loosen things up. Let's change directions, keep those brains fired up and working. Physical activity is one of the best ways to reduce our risks of dementia and Alzheimer's. As you know, I always mention it as an ambassador for Alzheimer's Society. Can you feel that? If you've got your leg involved, you should feel these quadricep muscles working there. And then maybe the other side. But if you've got your foot down, just see what rotation you can get. If you've got your other leg, Mum, should we change sides? He's changed sides already on YouTube. Circling out the wrists, circling out the ankles, body nice and straight. Keep breathing, just giving your joints some self-care, warming up the muscles before our main workout, and relax. Super work. We're going to just do a little bit of arm circles here. So these look nice and easy. If anyone wants to start marching on the spot, you can. I'm focusing on upper body, but obviously if you want to get your heart rate up a little bit higher and your legs are fine, you can march out. So you can even lower in line, seated or standing like my mum is demonstrating on YouTube. Can you feel those arms? We've got no weight, but I can start feeling that little burning sensation. Mum and Zoom participants, give me a nod if you can. Yeah, I can see you all feeling this too. It's not just me. We're going to try and go for a few more seconds, but relax the arms, reset, rejoin if you need to. Oh, what a lovely little and relax. Wow, so no weights at all, right? We're not in our strength training section yet. You could, if you're at a higher level, add in those baked bean tins. They're the perfect weights, any tin cans, or maybe some 1 kg dumbbells. Let's try and change direction. This time going a little bit bigger with those circles. So remember the direction you were in, if you can, and those brains working this morning. In terms of chronic illnesses, because you know I want you feeling good, but I love the science behind exercise. Movement after meals. That was my message last week, showing those aunties after a big Indian meal we had with my mother-in-law. Little movement after meal is so great to help control our blood sugar levels. My mum has stopped. Oh, I can feel it. Did you all feel that, everyone on Zoom? I can see everyone shaking out their arms. Give yourselves a little shake. Have a little dance if you need to. We're going to go into our banded slack. So we've warmed up the upper body quite well there, just in like 5 minutes or so. That's a perfect mobility snack to do. If you have a band, do not worry if you're new and you don't have a band. Maybe get a pair of old tights. Maybe get a gown tie. I've got the words mixed up, or a belt even. But something with a bit of stretch is great. I had a lot of participants join with Indian scarves when we had the South Asian communities doing these workouts over the pandemic. So anything long, ideally we stretch. We're going to start with my lovely shoulder floss. So we're going to try and go up and over, breathing through. My mum is bending her arms. So mum, you can maybe stand at the ends a bit more. Try and see if your arms can be a little bit less bent. But over time, you might be able to get them straighter. That's it. This is the ideal snack to do every morning. After you've brushed your teeth, after you've done your balance work, brushing your teeth, maybe on one leg each. I'm doing that at the moment. I've been doing it for the last couple of months, actually. This is a great one to do in front of the mirror. This is a great one to do to see if both sides are equal, because I see a lot of people maybe having a dominant side. I am burning, my arms are burning here. If they are hard, you loosen off. If it's easy, you can move your hands closer and use the resistance on your band or your belt or your pair of old tights. Breathe through. Shall we do one more? If you don't have a band, just mimic the exercise as we're kind of going up and over. My back is straight. Inhale, last one. Exhale, over. How does it feel? We are going to mix it up. It's mainly upper body. So if you're just doing upper body seated, workout just for your arms, shoulders, we're going to add in a bit of boxing, which you know I love. But if you want to add your steps in, feel free. Yeah. So if you have no leg injuries or any knee issues, you can even get up and go into a bit of a jog if you're more able. But I want you to focus on this stress relieving magic of boxing that I say, the best stress reliever. Punch away any worries, any tension. My mum's going a crossbody. We'll follow her on YouTube. Well done, Mum. 3, 1. So breathe. Breathe, breathe. Deep breaths. Obviously, if you want, you keep marching in these little breaks. But it's quite nice. Do you feel your heart rate's gone up? Yeah, and now we're going to bring it down. Mom is breathing, taking deep breaths. Everyone on Zoom, super duper work. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, join us even for a couple of minutes. Training with our bands, then we added the boxing. So we're going to carry that on through this little circuit. So some of our easy band exercises that you can do anywhere. If you don't have a band, you're just going to open, lengthen, opposite hands go out in a nice diagonal to open out the chest and the upper body. You can then rest by bringing your hands in front of you. It's harder. As they get tired, you can drop them down. We're going to do cross body openers. Exhaling, inhaling. Good. The resistance of the band is what you're working against. Yeah, this is to help our muscles get nice and strong. To activate them, we're going to add in some light weights and do some proper compound strength moves, which is so important for our muscle mass. It's actually the key, I think, to longevity. The more and more research I'm doing at the moment, it's pointing to the importance of muscle mass to reduce our risk of osteoporosis, to help with our insulin sensitivity, so great for type 2 and pre-diabetes, to do with our brain health. It's an antidepressant strength training as well. I'm giving you all the benefits. One more, everyone, and relax. When you're ready, we're going to do some upper boxing this time. So maybe no weights, maybe add the tin hands if you really want a little challenge, or some light weights. If you want, you stay seated, or you can start marching on the spot. We're going to punch upwards this time. So find a little rhythm that works for you. Have a bit of fun. We're just working different planes of movement, different directions. Great for our brains again, to keep them fit too. Woo, this is fun. Lovely. I love seeing you all on Zoom. You can join by signing up to my newsletter. We have a lovely WhatsApp group. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my goodness. I know. We often do this talk test where I say, are you asleep? It's 0. And if you're a 10, that means I am totally out of breath. Do you guys on Zoom want to hold up hands? And let me see what numbers we've got. So I'm probably about an 8 there. And that's from just a... My mum's on a 7. Okay. We've got Well, I can see, yeah, Ayush Auntie's got a high number. And Bujam Auntie, Charoon Auntie's got one hand. Yeah, you got your sevens, Varsha, Nima Bulsara, Basanti Auntie, Andrew. We've got so many of you this morning. So whatever you're on, moment, how easy was it for you to just do a little bit of boxing, to get our heart rates up, to use our cardiovascular system, our lungs? It worked. It's so easy to do a little exercise snack to break up your day. So I'm giving you little things in this longer workout, but I hope you use them throughout the day. We're going to do our lat pull down. So the latimus dorsi muscle, we go technical, are here. This part of your back is with a band, or maybe with some tins even, if you don't have a band. We're going to keep both arms straight. Our shoulders are going to drop. So they're not going to be by our ears. We're going to relax them down, but keep those arms straight. Keep a little bit loose if you're using a band. Keep that one arm glued by your ear. And we're going to bring the other elbow down to the side, squeezing those back muscles and back up. We're going to do the same side for 5. So you really feel it. I'm going to show you from the side. So you can see that I'm between 2 panes of glass and I'm literally just bringing this elbow down and I can feel it here. Yeah, hopefully you can all feel it. We're going to do 5 on each side. Exhaling and then inhaling as we come down. This is a great one to keep our backs nice and strong and supple. If you need to, have a little break. If you want, go straight into the other arm. So now the other arm is going to stay straight by your ear, and then this side is coming down and round. I'll show you from the back. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, come up. Can you feel it? Amazing mind to muscle connection when you're doing strength training, because it works. There's a lot of science behind it, but it's also going to contract those muscles a bit more and really help you target those areas. We're trying to target here, but you'll feel it in your arms as well. How does it feel? Mum, good? Give it a little shake out. We're actually going to give it a shake out with that little bit of boxing again. So you can see the little flow today with our upper body focus workout. Again, if you want to add in your steps, if your legs are fine, this time we're going to go cross body. So you have the option, if your legs are fine, to maybe seated or standing, try and kick out the opposite foot. So you've got a bit of coordination aerobics here. So we're going a little bit slower, but stronger punches. Really exhale, punch away any tension, any worries that you have in life. I want this to be the mood booster to make you feel good. Brilliant. I don't want to know who's listening or what situation, but let's get rid of it here. Yay! Release those feel-good endorphins. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. How do you feel? So a little mix. We're getting lots of different boxing in. High heart rates, take some deep breaths. You can have more rest. A lot of you have been joining me for over 3 years. So I would say you've got really fit by doing this regularly. And I'd love you to use my workouts on YouTube 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah, that would be the ideal prescription with little exercise snacks throughout the day. We're going to do one last exercise. So this is a new one. We're going to use, actually, we're going to do bow and arrow. I think we'll do this one. This will be a little bit easier to do with the band. So last exercise for the band. Arms nice and straight. We have done this a while before. This is a great one to do at your desks. If you're working from home or studying or sitting on the sofa. We're going to bring like a bow and arrow. One elbow is squeezing back. The other arm stays in front of you. With tin cans even, you can do this with light weights. Then you exhale, you bring the other elbow back. As you bring, squeezing all your thoracic spine, the back muscles together. So you can see, and my elbow is pretty high. It's kind of shoulder height. It's staying in that position. Exhaling, inhaling. If you have ever done any archery, a bow and arrow, if you read Robin Hood when you're young, or maybe to your grandchildren or children, think of a nice bow and arrow. We are aiming and then we're getting rid of any tension. Good. Contracting and releasing. So I'll show you from the side. Exhale, inhale. Can you feel those back muscles working? So my mum is actually turning quite a bit on the bow and arrow. Mum, if you kept your body straight and then squeeze, that's it. Can you feel that less or more? A little bit more on the back? So you're not kind of turning into it. You're using those arms, but you're keeping the upper body, a little bit straighter. Good. Can you feel those muscles here working hard, especially your arms as well? Good. She's giving me a thumbs up on YouTube and Zoom. Well done, everyone. So in line with that, we're going to do some higher punches. We're almost going to go to a diagonal. So imagine you had someone tall. I shouldn't say imagine someone, but I do a little bit of boxing, sometimes on the bag or on pads. We're going to aim a little bit higher this time. So we're targeting those same back muscles that we've just worked with the last two exercises. If you want, you add your tins in. If you're not using your legs, we are just doing P. If you want to add the steps in, and great way to get your steps in. Let's go for 5 seconds. Keep. If you need to rest, you rest. This is quite hard. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Yay. I am out of breath. I don't know about you. How do you feel? Good. So we've done a mix there. That's quite hard. You're good. My mum's on an 8 now, so it's gone up. It's quite tough for your metabolic system. It's like metabolic conditioning there that we've done with a bit of strength, with a bit of HIIT training is high intensity cardio in between. So we're going to go into strength now, pure strength. We're going to start with a compound move, which means it's working multi-muscle, multi-joint. It's great for really firing up and building strength in our upper body. We're going to do our press-ups, Mum. So she's grabbing her dumbbell. Now, I know some of you can't necessarily stand, or you may be recovering from knee injuries or operations. If your knees are sore and you don't want to stand, you are going to do seated press-ups. But my mum, you can get up and do your wall press-up, which I will demonstrate for those that are able. So, Mum, I'm going to show you the seated version. You're going to make sure that neck doesn't drop down. It's straight to your spine. So you can press down here to Rue 90, trying to do these one-handed, bless her, but you could just choose a side if you need to, or just march on the spot even to Rue 90, because I know your upper body is the issue. So I want to make sure you can do some things that work for you. You're going to press against the thighs. So as I'm coming down, I'm bending the elbows, chest comes between my legs, and I'm pushing away. Let's go slow. Inhale, really tighten all these upper body muscles. I will demonstrate a wall press up because that's what we normally do if you're able to stand. But for those that can't stand, the seated version was there. The wall one, hands are just wider than shoulder. I'm coming with my chest towards the wall, bending at the elbows, pressing back. Inhale, exhale. To make it harder, I go further away from the wall. To make it easier, I move my feet closer. And I try not bend at the hip. I try and keep my whole body straight. Well done, Mum. Give yourself the clap if you've done your turn. I try and keep the straight, especially your core. Sucked in, I hope, still. So we're training these muscles to stay tight. So Mum is practicing her seated press up. And Mum, I want you to, keep your body nice and straight. You don't even have to go super low, but I'm trying to target these arm muscles. So I'm bending and I'm pushing against my thighs. It is a little bit of weight bearing, pushing. So you do your resistance as to what your thighs can handle. You pushing against them. Inhaling, back straight, core tight, exhaling. Give your wrists a little roll out. We're going to have a little break. You can march on the spot or you can just roll out your wrists, get your heart rate nice and easy. Wall press ups, we're going to repeat again your 10 to 12 press ups if you can do 10, but remember less is more, quality over quantity. You're going to go again to the wall, Mum, if you want. If you're more advanced, you know I've shown in previous workouts, incline against your kitchen counter or a desk that's not going to move. So something a little bit lower, we're going to do those same press ups. Or you're going to do those, whatever works for you, or find an exercise from what we've done that you can do. If you want, let's go back to the wall. I'm going to move my feet a little bit further away this time, bending at the elbows. Inhale, exhale. You should feel your upper body muscles working. Your stomach should be tight. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm just going to have a little check on Zoom. Well done, everyone. Tarun Auntie, hopefully you're still able to move. Super work. We've got Saraj Auntie, Nima Auntie, Ayush Auntie, Lal Uncle, the husband and wife team. Instagram, get some press ups in if you can. If you're more advanced, go for your level. This is a low impact workout that I want for all ages. So we've even had up to the age of 100, as you know, from a care home. So that's why I'm showing lots of easier seated options. My mum has returned. How do you feel, Mum? Good. 20 press ups, hopefully. She's managed today. If you could do that press up snack 3 times a day, like I often say, maybe when you're in the kitchen, my mum's always cooking because she's an amazing chef and cookery writer. You could try and do those while things are boiling safely. Go to a wall while things are cooking and get 10 in, right, Mum? Is that a little goal? Maybe once a day even. She's laughing, she's laughing. We're going to go into some strength work now. So if you're seated, the purpose of the workout today is that those that have knee issues can just stay seated the whole time. But I am showing standing options just for those that are more able and maybe no injury. We're going to do our shoulder press. I will show it standing without any weight, just to get the technique correct. My hands, palms are facing forward, hands are by my ears, and then I'm going to press up, exhale and inhale. No weight, but watch, even seated or standing, I don't want your body to move. I want it to stay nice and still. I want your back straight. I want your stomach muscles in. There's a lot to perfect here. And we do this to try and mimic putting up on our own on shelves in the future. So maintaining our independence. You can see I've got dumbbells, I've got tin cans, I've got laundry bottles. You pick whatever weight works for you. I love these laundry bottles. And without my dear mother-in-law here today, she normally grabs those. So I'll grab these. My mum's got the dumbbells that we bought her last Christmas. Palms forward, Mum. That's it. And then we're going to exhale, breathe out, inhale back by your ears. So not too low. So you keep the tension. I'm standing, but obviously if you've got any knee pain, you stay seated. You're going to get a great full upper body workout. Really tough one today. Exhale. Inhale. We're aiming for 10, but if you can't do 10, You just do what you can. Breathe out, breathe in. Well done. I think we've got 3 more. My counting is terrible. I rely on my mother-in-law usually here. So apologies if it's gone over or under 2. And last one, lift those trophies up and relax. Do you feel that? So in terms of weight, you always start with no weight, just your body weight, beginners. Over time, the key, and you can march here if you want, or you can rest. The key with strength training for building our muscle mass, which is, I think, the most important part of our fitness routines, especially as we age. The key is progressive overload, it's called, where you try and progress. It doesn't mean going heavier always. It could be maybe adding in 1 more repetition, that's progress. It could be going slowly, improving your form. It could be taking less rest. So you're constantly trying to challenge yourself. Did you feel that shoulder press on the last few repetitions? Was it hard? Yes? Okay, good. My mom's giving a thumbs up on YouTube and Zoom. If it wasn't, think about how you can maybe increase the weight from tin cans to maybe plastic bottles to maybe eventually 2-liter milk cartons or something like that. I'm going to use my dumbbells for this one. We're going to do the same exercise again. So we're going to go for 10 repetitions. If it was too hard, just do body weight, yeah? But if mum wants to hold hers, mum, you need to get some tin cans ready for next week. Breathe out, exhale, inhale. Good. My mum is using no weight on YouTube, but she's going nice and slow, and I want you to feel it, mum. You're nice and even. We're doing free weights here, so we can really see if they're nice and even. I'm looking in my cameras to check, are both sides symmetrical? Breathe out and in. I'm going nice and slow. The time under tension. I've got my stomach muscles in, my back straight. I'm trying not to swing my body. There's so much to think about. Yay! Breathe out. You're getting strong, everyone. I've got men and women of all ages joining me. It makes my day. Getting stronger. Last one. Big press and release. Mum, did you feel that? Give me a thumbs up. Did you feel that without any weight? Good, because you've done your press-ups. You've done all the resistance band exercises. So these upper body muscles might be feeling it now. You might be wondering, why can't I do those shoulder presses with the waist? It's because you've already fatigued them. We're going to move to these muscles, which some of you will know the name of, are biceps. So here, where we're lifting things, where we're lifting our shopping bags, maybe when we're cooking, you're making lots of rotis and chapatis if you're Indian, things like that. But these muscles are important. So we're going to use our bicep curls. Again, no weight, perfect form. Our desk snacks, shoulders back up and down, in, back straight, seated or standing, seated if you need to, palms forward. I'm going to bend at the elbows, squeezing these biceps, bringing my hands towards my shoulders. And then I inhale as I go down. So imagine you in some weight, potentially. I want you to breathe out on the harder part of the move. Now, I've got no weight here. My elbows are kind of glued to the side of my body with that perfect posture. Can you feel, if you put your hand here, can you feel it? Tarun Auntie's doing it single arm. What an inspiration. So that just shows everyone can join in these workouts. Whatever you're able to do, even a minute. I'm going to grab some weight now. So we're going to aim for 8 repetitions. We've done a few already, but the goal is to do even a minute. Is better than nothing, right? So let's do what we can. Your wrists stay nice and straight when you're holding weights. Make sure they don't bend. They stay nice and straight to your forearm, yeah? Just to protect your wrist. Mum's going already. Exhale, inhale. My mom is on YouTube. You can watch her there. She's seated. I'm just standing. It's kind of easier to show you and to move closer to the camera as well. Exhale, good. Inhale. Now we could change the tempo. You can make it harder by going 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Right, there we go. 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1. If it's too hard, you do what works for you. 3, 2, 1, and slowing it down. I'm really feeling, I want those muscles to get lovely and strong to help us as we age. Longevity, especially in midlife, when we start losing muscle mass off the age of 30, we should all be doing strength training. Good. Exhale, and it's great for type 2 diabetes. It's great for insulin sensitivity, stabilizing blood sugar levels. Focus on the health benefits that I always repeat, because that's so important. It's the magic of movement. I think we've got 2 left. I'm getting carried away. I can feel it. Can you feel these last few? Then you're on a good weight. Exhale. Inhale. You have done super, super well. Give it a little shake out. I would probably add in a few arm circles, maybe some of these that we did at the beginning in our mobility. Breathe. Your heart rate should be high. You should almost be feeling the same heart rate as if you were walking fast in that fat burning zone, as they call it, the aerobic training zone. But we are maintaining and building our muscle mass. That's the beauty of strength training. Let's go into a last set now. We've got 2 more exercises for our upper body. Now, I want to show you a row that's going to target your back. There's 2 options here. I'm going to show you from the side if you're seated. You're going to come slightly forwards. I would place one hand, so if you're seated, one hand with the weight, one hand on your thigh. My back is straight, so I don't want it to be round here. I want it to stay straight. You're coming a little bit forward towards your thighs, and you're going to row that elbow in and release. So here, I'm again trying to target these back muscles. So we're going to do a single arm row where I'm seated. I'll show you seated. I come a little bit forward. The other hand can rest on your thigh. And I'm going to row in where the elbow comes close to me. I squeeze the back muscles and release. So, Mum, you can come a little bit more forwards as long as your back is nice and straight. We're going to try this one. This is a little bit difficult, but I want you to see how it feels. So, Mum, can you come a little bit forward, down, just your upper body, and then you're focusing on rowing that arm in. The weight comes by your chest, these back muscle, elbow tucks in and back, and release. Let's practice a few. And here, I want you to make sure you're tight to protect your lower back. You can do this standing. I will just show you if you had a nice stable chair or like a table. I'm just showing you the position here. This can be the option, a single arm row. Can you see what I'm doing here? My elbows stay close. They don't come out. They stay in and release. Mum, can you feel that seated? Thumbs up or down? My mum, how does that feel? Down. Not sure about this one, yeah? So this is a hard one. So instead of that, let's do the other side. Let's just see if the other side works. Let's try and see for those that work. Mum, you're going to try and keep it straight, and you're going to row in. Exhale, inhale. I'll show you from the side. My back is straight, but it's a little bit forwards with my upper body. Exhale, inhale. We're targeting here. So it's difficult, I agree. Again, I can be in this bent over position, stomach tight, squeezing in and releasing. It's a tough one. Let's just do a few to demonstrate virtually. So I want you to just see how it feels. You keep this arm nice and straight. It just tucks in and releases. You focus on these muscles here, squeezing in and down. That's why I wanted to do single arm. Give one a try. We are about, so what time is it? Let me have a little look. We are, if you on YouTube, yeah, we're about 45 minutes in, so you could practice that one. We're going to finish with our last upper body exercise. This has been quite tough, hasn't it? With our chest press. Again, you can practice with no weight. We've got our nice 90-degree bend here in our arms. Our hands are above elbows. Elbows are shoulder height. They're not down here. They're a little bit higher. We're squeezing together and then coming back to the position we started. Exhale. Inhale as you release. Good. If you want to grab some weights, grab your weights if you haven't, and join me here. We're going to go for about 10. Exhaling, inhaling. Can you see that perfect position I'm aiming for at the end? My elbows are as high as my shoulders. You can really feel this across your upper body, your chest, your shoulders, even your upper back. Good. Seated or standing. Well done. If you can't do this, choose an exercise that you can. This is your work. 3 and 2. Good. Lovely. And last one. Squeezing in. She dropped her weight on YouTube, but she came back in with body weight. I love that. Well done, Mum. Well done, everyone. So there is what I'm talking about, where it gets really hard with the weight. She put them down. She didn't give up. She joined back in with body weight. Even that I can feel. How do you feel with your upper body? We're going to do one last little blitz. You've been stars. So we're going to finish with my star jumps, obviously. Low impact for this workout. No jumping. I want you to give yourselves a big clap. Taruna auntie, you just give me a... Maybe march your legs out and in. Oh, she's waving with her one arm. You're amazing, everyone. You can go fast or slow. Single leg. If you don't want to use your legs, just give me a clap. This is the upper body version. No legs, but I can feel those arms all the way around. Beautiful. 3. Big clap. 2. And 1. Really, really good work. Instagram, even if you join me for that 1-minute exercise snack there, those star jumps are fabulous. They just lift your mood. Everyone looks like they're smiling on Zoom. Super, super well done. Shall we finish with one exercise? Shall we just do squeeze in one more? So all we're going to do is have one hand behind our heads here. So my elbow is kind of opening out the chest there, just holding my neck. And then I'm just going to reach down and squeeze up. So I'm targeting the sides. Our lovely love handles. We all have them. Standing up. Now, seated version can work. This is great with a light weight if you want one. You can just grab your tin, or you could grab a dumbbell, whatever you're using, or just try body weight. But I want you to get that engagement, reaching, squeezing up. I want you to target these sides. Let's do about 5 on each side, just as a little strength finisher today. A bit of side core, our obliques down, squeeze up. Can you feel that, my mom? Give me a nod if you... Good. Squeeze here as you come. Let's change sides. Wonderful work, everyone. So this side, I've got my hand up here, and then I'm going to reach down and squeeze up. Good. If you can see us on YouTube, Mum is showing the seated option. Good, lovely. We're just going sideways. So again, I'm between those two panes of glass. So I'm not moving forwards and back. I'm moving laterally to the side. Inhale, squeeze up. Yay, give me a smile. We're going to do 2 more. And then we're at the best part of the work. We are going to do a little stretch. Inhale and exhale. Super well done. You know I cover balance every week. For the purpose of this workout, it's upper body, but should we just add in a seated version? You could do a bit of balance with your arms. If your legs don't work, you can just hold out a weight for up to 10 seconds. So pick a light one. And Mum, if you want to come up and do your balance work, holding your chair because your leg is fine, I would encourage everyone to do 10 seconds if you're able to stand. But the purpose of this workout is to show anyone that's struggling with their knees, you just stay seated. So this is an option if you're standing. Always have a support. You can by all means balance, or if you're seated, just hold out a weight for 8, 7. Some of you started 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Don't worry if you couldn't do 10 seconds. Something to aim for. Depends on your day as well if you're focused. Stomach muscles in if you're standing to balance. If you're seated and you are just using your upper body, I'm going to come down from 10 on your other side. 8, 7. I'm holding out this weight. 6. I could add a leg extension if your knee is okay. 4, 3, 1. Wow. Well done. My mum has got a pose. Well done. A little bit of yoga there. 10 seconds of balance a day. There's an incredible study about living longer. It's simple little snacks like that, that all ages, we can aim for 10 seconds, even if you do 3 and build up. We're going to stretch now. I'm not going to add anything else in. We're going to stretch our upper body with lots of amazing stretches. We're going to bring one arm forwards. I'll demonstrate standing, but Mum is seated on YouTube. Hand above or below elbow. Relax the shoulder. We're going to draw it in. That's it. Towards you. Towards my chest, and then I can look over that shoulder. Relax the shoulder away from your ear. Deep breaths, just like our breath snack at the beginning. I want you to breathe here. Lovely deep breaths. Beautiful. And release. Now, these stretches are just upper body stretches, focusing on our workout. But these are wonderful to do on their own. If you're sitting for long, let's change sides. Any long time sitting at your desk. When I'm working at my desk these days, I feel my back, my neck hurting like I did in my 20s. So I often do stretch snacks through the day. When you're watching TV, anytime you need this, play the last few minutes back and release. We're going to stretch out the biceps that we worked hard as well. So one arm forward, the other hand is just going to link onto that palm, pushing those fingers a little bit back. But can you feel that lovely release on the arm? Beautiful. Your biceps have worked hard. Just holding out, trying to get static stretches to reduce risks of injuries, to lengthen out the muscle, improve our flexibility, reduce the soreness. I want you all to remember Lavina, but not in too much pain. And it's not a sign of a good workout that you have to be in pain. But you may sometimes, when you try new things, feel a bit of soreness. So try these stretches then again. Beautiful. We're going to do a nice side release. So seated or standing, we're going to come up and over one side. Feel it all the way down. You can give me a little wave, everyone, on Zoom. You're all amazing. For joining live, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Join us for the last few minutes of stretching even. Outside. Lovely big waves. Can you feel it all the way down? You can look up to that hand that's waving back at you. And release. We're going to do our chest stretch. So we're going to put our hands in the middle of our back, elbows wide, coming back and together with those elbows. Chest is straight. Mum, you can keep the neck neutral so you don't have to look up. Just keep it neutral, like you've got an apple between your chin and chest. Squeezing back. Inhale, exhale, hold it if you can. This is a great reversal of the rounding of spine, the back pain that we see, and the posture every day. So even this is a great one to do. And release. And then finally, like a hug of a tree or a hug of your favorite person, you're going to really round out the spine and try and give them a big hug, like a C shape in your spine. And I'm interlocking my fingers at the front, and I'm just holding here. Releasing up, keep those fingers interlocked, and then bring the hands up, straight up if you can, lengthening the whole back, whole body. If you're seated, well done. These are amazing stretches to do seated. We're going to lean over one last time. Inhale, exhale, back to the middle, other side. Inhale, exhale, back to the middle. Take a deep breath and slowly release the arms. We're going straight into our feel-good finish of all my workouts. You're all amazing. Whatever you manage to do, take a lovely big positive inhale, lift the arms up, exhale any negativity, tension, anxiety all away. One final big positive inhale. Really, really thank your amazing body. Bring those hands up together, down to your heart center. Take a moment. Moving is a privilege. Teaching is a greater privilege to all of you. Thank you for joining me. Thank your amazing bodies. Some of you have got injuries. My Zoom participants, you still show up. Taruna, Auntie, Andrew has got a lower body, slight strain as well, but you still show up. I am just so proud of you all.